I got a basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones, oh baby, ooh ooh.
Welcome back to week 2 of our NBA Weekly Recap Show. You already know who it is. It's your boy Q Walker, aka Nephew Q. Some of y'all might know my Uncle Shannon Sharp. And then we got my right hand man to my left right here. Go introduce yourself, man.
KJ. I don't know nothing about Uncle Shannon Sharp and all that. I just know KJ. That's all I know.
Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay, man. He just came through, and my mom had a birthday celebration the other day, so that's his sister.
He came through for
He came through, blessed us one time, but he was like, no pictures. But anyways, what we do here on this show, if this is your first time tuning in, is we go over the past week recap and also let you know of some things to look forward to the next week. So first things first on the agenda, let's talk about the LA Bron Cavs. I mean, not the Cavs, the LA Bron Lakers. Versus the old Cavs. And in this game, LeBron went crazy. Ended up 46, right?
46 points.
46 points. Had 21 in the fourth?
21 in the fourth.
21 in the fourth.
I want to say he had 20 in the first.
20 in the first. 21 in the fourth.
And he ended up with 46.
And LA Bron Lakers ended up winning 115-108, man. What stood out to you in this game against the Cavs?
If I would have told you LeBron had 46 points,
right,
and they was playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, how many points you would say the Lakers probably won the game by?
20, 25.
20. Yeah, they only won by 7.
Yeah, 20, 25. If he's got 46, if I have never seen the game, didn't watch the game, didn't look at the box score or nothing, you say, hey, bro, LeBron had 46 against the Cavs. I'm thinking, well, it's a blowout. AD probably had about 20, 25. They probably set the fourth quarter, but that wasn't the story, huh?
No, that wasn't the story. They let Colin Sexton and Cedi Osman and Andre Drummond, another big man, killed him. He had 25 points and 19 rebounds or something like that. But that's neither here nor there, though. You know what I'm saying? But
that's something the Lakers do have to show up, though.
Yeah,
we need a big man. We do. Side note, man, I think a lot of people aren't paying enough attention to Colin Sexton. He's not a breakout star. He's not going to be an all-star, superstar. But I think he's forming into a really good ball player.
I think I don't think he'll be an all-star
that.
He'll be a good.
He'll be a very good role player.
Yeah.
Is he a guy that you want to build your franchise around? Hell no.
Absolutely not.
But is he a starting point guard? Hell yeah. Yeah, I believe
he's on the fringe.
You think he's on the fringe?
I think he's on the fringe because you got to look at other point guards in the league, though.
Oh man, but
right now, would you take him or LaMelo Ball? Yeah.
Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton. Nah, I'm taking him all day, every day. Okay. Give me another one. Who? You mean he could go start for Orlando? He could start for Charlotte. Hell, the way Kemba's playing right now, he could probably start for the Boston Celtics right now. The way Kemba's playing here lately, he could start for the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Yeah, who's they starting point guard?
I don't know.
That's my point. So
he might be Austin Rivers.
Who?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
So Charlotte, he's not going to start for them. He's not going to outdo
Trey
Young
or
Rondo.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Boston is Kemba Walker.
Okay.
Indy is Malcolm Brogdon and whoever else is up there.
That's a push.
Milwaukee is Drew Holiday.
That's not gonna happen.
Brooklyn is Kyrie Irving.
He'll start over Kyrie. I mean, he gave Kyrie 46. I don't know why he wouldn't start over Kyrie.
So, like I said, he's on the fringe. All right, he's on the fringe.
But yeah, man. People out there watching the basketball, I would pay attention to Colin Sexton. Like I said, he's not going to be an all-star or superstar or anything like that, but he will be one of those players that'd be fun to watch, and you can see that he'll turn out to be better than Kyrie. And then last week, we had the Lakers take an L to the Philadelphia 76ers, 107-106, with J. Cole hitting the game-winning bucket. J. Cole hit the game-winning bucket. What's your thoughts on that game, man?
Joel Embiid dominated the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying.
Ben Simmons had a triple-double.
Okay.
Tobias Harris, how many points Tobias Harris? He had 24 points.
Okay.
Danny Green chipped in with 14.
It was a revenge game for him, but okay.
Okay. I mean, and Embiid controlled the paint. He controlled everything. He's blocking shots. He was getting buckets.
My dark horse pick to get to the finals. Yeah, you just saw an NBA Finals preview. Mm-hmm. That's what you just seen.
Well, Lakers down 1-0 then.
This guy.
And remember they got a coach though that can't hold a 3-1 lead though. So if the Lakers,
it's in our favor.
3-1, yeah,
it's in our favor. But yeah, man, back to what I was just saying. Lakers big man struggles will continue. Marc Gasol, love you. You're serviceable, but man, he ain't it.
No, it's not gonna work.
He ain't it.
They've been better off keeping Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee.
Which one would you rather have though?
Dwight Howard.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I can see that. But the Cavs got a situation where they got an influx of big men that they need to get rid of, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
It's a big move that might happen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But yeah, Lakers, man, we gotta get this big man handled. We gotta take care of that. But then ongoing, let's talk about a matchup that a lot of people probably weren't paying attention to, but should have been paying attention to last week. It was the Utah Jazz versus the Dallas Mavericks, in which the Jazz won 116-104. The reason why I say this is an important ball game is because the Jazz have now won 11 straight, I believe. Mm-hmm. 11 straight games.
Best record in the NBA.
Have the best record in the NBA at this point. So that game was very pivotal for them. But man, what's your thoughts on not only that game, but the early season Utah Jazz?
Man, the Jazz look good. I mean, they won 11 straight. They got Donovan Mitchell. He's averaging about 24 points a game. Jordan Clarkson has really stepped up. He's like 18 points a game.
Yeah.
They're shooting 40% from the three-point line. They're hitting about 18 threes a game. Mike Conley's at 17 points.
I forgot he was even. Goddamn.
They still got Bogdanovich. They got Joe Ingles. They gave
Jingling Joe.
They gave Rudy Gobert all that money. He's averaging 14 points and 14 rebounds, 3 blocks a game. So defensively, they look good. They shooting the lights out. So
do they make that step? And what I mean by that step, I'm not saying NBA Finals, but Western Conference Finals. Do they make because what you just told me, that sounds like a Western Conference Finals team.
Well, they got to beat the Lakers or the Clippers. So
I'm saying, do you believe that they're not beating the Lakers? So let's just stop that right there. But do you believe that they could beat either the Nuggets or the Clippers potentially, because they'll have to go through. I feel like, the Nuggets are struggling right now, but I feel like those are the 3 teams that one of the outside teams is going to have to go through. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I just don't believe nobody beating the Lakers out west, but that's just my opinion.
Well, yeah.
So do you think the Jazz can potentially beat the Nuggets and or Clippers to potentially get to the Western Conference Finals? I know it's early, but the way they playing,
the way they playing right now, they could win the West.
Because if this was any other team, if this was the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nets, people would be all up in arms and everything. So we got to give the Jazz that same type of consideration and give them some props. And so would you give them a chance against those two?
Nah, the jury's still out.
The jury's still out.
I'm still waiting to see.
Is it because they have unproven players? Because Kawhi has a chip, so you know what he can do. LeBron has one, KD, Kyrie, so you know what they're about. So is it because they don't have any proven players?
I just don't know about him.
You just don't know.
Donovan Mitchell is the leading scorer, the leader on the team, and he's still a young dude, so I don't know if he can
take that next step, which is something that Shaq had talked about, early this season. If y'all haven't had the clip,
a lot of controversy
around Shaq's statement. What is this? Donovan's 4th year, or is it 5th?
I think it's his 4th year.
It's 4th year. So this is the year I would like to see Donovan make that jump to Western Conference Finals. So Donovan, man, I'm rooting for you, even though you're a Louisville alum, but I'm still rooting for you. But Keezy, man, it's a lot of good ball right now with a lot of great individual players. You got Steph, you got KD, you got James Harden, who's playing great since he's been joining Brooklyn now and looked like he's lost about 10 pounds.
Overnight.
You got LeBron, he's playing well. AD,
he's playing all right.
No, not so much. Kawhi's playing really great. Paul George is playing great.
Yeah.
I regular season Paul. So, man, what's your MVP outlook so far?
So far, I got 2 guys for you.
Okay, let me hear these guys.
One we just mentioned, Joel Embiid.
What?
Yes, Joel Embiid. 28 points, 11 rebounds.
Okay.
And he got Philly #1 in the East.
Okay. Doc Rivers got Philly #1 in the East.
Okay, whatever you want to say. Either way. And my other guy, the thin man is back.
The thin assassin.
Kevin Durant. 30.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, a steal, and almost 2 blocks a game. He leads the Nets in every statistical category.
Wow. I mean, like I told you earlier, I know a guy who's done that for pretty much his whole career. So that's nothing new to me. But KD doing it this year, that's cute for your first time. I remember my first time.
I mean, LeBron ain't doing it this year.
He ain't got to.
Why?
What we got to prove?
Okay.
I know a guy who did it for both teams in the NBA Finals, but we're not talking about that. That's neither here nor there right now. I'm really shocked that you went with Joel Embiid, man.
Why?
Because in today's NBA, I feel like the MVP is going to go to the guy who has the ball in his hands majority of the time. So a wing player or the guard. Mm-hmm. It's just hard for me to see a big man. Not saying he can't win it, but it's just hard for me to see a big man winning the MVP in today's league.
That's true. I feel like it does make it a little more difficult. But when I watched them play the Lakers the other night,
we got to keep going back to this damn game.
They fed Embiid the ball
as they should have,
just on just about every possession,
as they should have.
So he touches the ball a lot in that offense. So we'll see. You know,
and also to me, and I don't know how you feel about this. I want to know your thoughts. The MVP has turned into almost the most spectacular player, not necessarily the best player. Giannis, you could have given that to LeBron last season, but because he was spectacular during the regular season, meaning the things that he was doing, they gave it to him. But you could have easily given it to LeBron.
So they just gave it to him. He didn't earn it, didn't deserve it. They just gave it to him.
Did you see the playoffs?
I did see the playoffs.
There you go. There's your answer. My guy got a chip. One guy went home in the second round. There you go. There's your MVP, folks.
The MVP is a regular season award. We've been through this many times.
Which they should give out after the Western and Eastern Conference Finals.
They give out an award for people called the Finals MVP.
It's not good enough.
Okay, you get a Finals MVP. That's the award you get for going through the playoffs and winning. That's
is that what that is?
There, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 4 of those. So
I know somebody that's got 6. 6 for 6. Anyways, what's next?
I do too. Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, right.
I do too. Scottie Pippen. He got 6 for 6 too. Yeah. But so me, man, I'm really surprised at Joel Embiid. My 2, one is a dark horse. Oh, he's already shaking his head. One is a dark horse, and the other one we agree on. I'm KD is one
I
of
feel
my.
like I hurt you to say that.
KD. He's having and putting up the same type of numbers that he's put up in his first regular season MVP honors because he only has 1 of them. KD was averaging in that MVP season because this is rough. He was averaging 30 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He shot 44% from the field, and no, that's this season. I'm sorry, he shot 44% from the field and 51% from 3 this season, right? So during his MVP season, he was 32 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 39% from the field. From 3, and 54% from the field. So he's right on par with his MVP season, and the way Brooklyn is playing as of this moment right now. I mean, he's probably the front runner. He's probably the front runner for MVP and comeback player of the year.
And who was your other one?
Dark horse, Steph Curry.
Steph
Curry is my dark horse MVP. If he can somehow, some way get these Warriors, I know they're in the 8th spot right now. If he can somehow, some way get them somehow to the 4th spot, I think he's challenging Durant for that MVP. Steph right now is averaging 27 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 40% from the 3 and 46% from the field. So I feel like if he can continue with this streak, and he's pretty much carrying that team on his back. I mean, I know they got Justin Wiseman and Kelly Oubre and Draymond Green. He has guys. He has guys. Yeah, he has guys.
Just some guys.
Yeah, he has some good guys, and Andrew Wiggins. Just some guys. And if he can somehow get those guys, and the reason why I say that is because Westbrook had some guys and got to the 4th seed, right? When his first MVP season when he had the triple-double. Was Paul George there? I don't think Paul George was there. Okay. So if he can manage to get them to the 4th seed, I don't think he'll win it, but he'll give KD a run for his money. So those are my MVP outlooks because I got to have a light-skinned dude in there.
You didn't say LeBron.
No.
So surprised.
No. We talked about this before the show. LeBron's game has become so quote unquote boring that he has to do something out of the ordinary for him to catapult himself into the MVP standings. He has to start averaging, 30 points per game, lead the league in assists like he did last season. And right now, his numbers don't dictate. Even though the Lakers are second in the West, tied for second. Tied for second in the West. Tied for second in the West. His numbers right now don't dictate that he should be in the MVP consideration as far as 1 or 2. But anything can happen within this next month when we wrap things up a little bit. We'll revisit this in January. Then you'll see what my guy can do. But anyways, man, let's talk about a situation that's going on over in Washington that needs to be rectified, corrected, torn down, whatever word you want to use in Webster's. What's your thoughts on the Bradley Beal situation?
I feel bad for the guy. What is he? 27 years old.
27 years old.
He's leading the league in scoring.
His prime.
He's a walking bucket.
He's leading the league in scoring?
34.7 points a game.
Okay.
5 rebounds, 5 assists.
What's you got the Wizards record over there?
The worst record in the league. 3-12.
3-12. So hold on, he's averaging 34, 5 and 5.
Yep.
And they got 3 damn games.
3 wins. And they haven't been losing by 2, 3. Most of the losses have been
blowouts.
15 plus, yeah.
But how? They got Russ.
Yeah, but most of their losses have been 15. They got Russ.
They got Russ. That's why they losing like this. I don't understand.
I mean,
so what you think, man? What's? Let me ask you a 2-part question.
Mm-hmm.
What's going through Bradley Beal's mind, and what should the Wizards do, or what's going through the Wizards' mind at the same time, I should say. So what's going through Bradley Beal's mind, and what's going through the Wizards' mind in this whole situation?
Well, the Wizards, they're probably better off just getting rid of him and trying to get something in return to help try to build a team because clearly they're going nowhere this year.
Nowhere next year.
Go nowhere next year. So they're better off trying to get some trade assets and try to build a team again. And what's going through Bradley Beal's mind, probably the same thing that's going through my mind. He needs some help. Somebody please rescue
me, please.
Bradley Beal from that place that he's in.
Purgatory.
Yeah, he's in the sunken place right
He's
now.
in the sunken place. The Washington Wizards have officially been called the sunken place. My thing is, I believe the Washington Wizards done it all wrong. Meaning that they should have traded John Wall, not for another superstar, but for other draft picks or other role players. Pretty much what I'm saying is they should have said, okay, look, we just going to tear this thing all the way down. Mm-hmm. And I guess they thought the idea of Westbrook and Bill would get them wins and be appealing. So I get it from that standpoint, like superstar for superstar. But now you see that experiment's not working. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like they put themselves in a situation where they can't trade Russ again.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to give them equal value, another superstar for Russ or anything comparable to Russ. So now you stuck with Russ.
Yeah, you stuck with him.
Yeah, so now you're stuck with him. And now your only trade asset is Bradley Beal. Mm-hmm. Well, then if you trade him, now you just stuck with only Russ. And Washington management, I'm positive they don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said they're stuck because they can't trade Beal. Because they don't want to be stuck with Russ. They can't trade Russ because he has no trade value, and you just got the guy 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's.
Oh man, the nation's capital been real messed up the last
4 years. Your last 4 years, and this is
give or take. Yeah.
Now it's leaked over into sports, but they got the Washington football
team.
Yeah, so it's leaked over into sports. That's crazy. But teams are gonna have to give up a king's ransom for Bradley Beal. Because at this point, the Washington is probably thinking, okay, we'll give him up, but you're going to have to make me pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Make me pick up the phone.
I'm not talking to you about nothing today. I'm calling me wasting my time.
We're not going to be talking just to be talking.
Mm-mm. We need about four future first round picks. We need all that.
You see what James Harden get?
Yeah, we need.
You see what
we might not need that much, but we need something close to that.
That's what I was going to say. We need something close to that. No, damn that, Keezy. I need something better than that. Because my thinking is James Harden is 30.
Uh-huh.
Bill is 27.
27, yeah.
So you could potentially get him for another 7-8 seasons, maybe.
Yeah.
5 to 6 of those are still going to be his prime years.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you're going to have to come up back. Yeah, nah. What Oklahoma City got with 39,000 draft picks, we need that. We need run them picks over here.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad spot for him to go to.
Bradley Beal,
pair up with
Shai
Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah.
Nice little young upcoming team.
Picks. They can do some more stuff, you know.
What about Pelicans? Pelicans draft up Ball. Mm-hmm. Who else could they? Ball, Hart. You can't touch B.I. or Zion, but everybody else is fair game and some draft picks. So Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, J.J. Redick. The next 4 or 5. You don't like it? I don't like it. Okay, straight up deal. C.J. McCollum for Bradley Beal. Straight up.
I mean, that works, but you only get C.J. McCollum. And clearly, Bradley Beal's leading the league in scoring. C.J. McCollum.
Either you get C.J. McCollum or you get nothing.
I need C.J. McCollum in y'all's next 8 draft picks then.
Damn, I'm trying to make this thing work. I wanted it to be to the Lakers, but I'm gonna be on 1,000. Keezy, I don't think the Lakers have enough trade assets.
You know where I think that he might end up.
Then I've seen the Clippers. You think so? Who?
I think they're
gonna have to come. Hero. That's what I was getting ready to say. Yep, he's gonna have to come up off of Tyler Hero. Who else?
Tyler Hero and whoever else, whatever else.
So Butler and Bam, I feel like untouchable.
They have a lot of draft picks left because they,
Oh no! They might not have to come up off of a lot because they're gonna have a lot of cap space this upcoming summer. Mm-hmm. So you can still give up very little and still fit Bill underneath your cap and still be all right. Mm-hmm. So then, you might not be on this.
I know the Lakers can't get him. I know you was talking about that, man. What the Lakers get Bradley Beal? Y'all might cancel that.
That's not gonna happen. We don't have anything. They don't want Dennis Schroeder. I mean, they don't want Marc Gasol. They don't want Kyle Kuzma. Hell, we don't even want Kyle Kuzma. But yeah, so it's a wrap.
Yeah. Miami or New Orleans?
Nah.
What about Phoenix?
No. No. You going your backcourt is Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul. That's too little. That's too little.
It's a lot of buckets back there.
That's a lot of buckets, but you ain't Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You ain't Brooklyn. You ain't got a 6'10" assassin out there who you could just throw the ball to. Say, go get us a bucket, and he can go do it.
I trade Bradley Beal for Kyrie straight up.
I do that in a heartbeat. I trade Kyrie for Colin Sexton, but yeah. So the Bradley Beal situation is all effed up, man. I don't think he's going to the Lakers. I definitely don't think he's going to the Clippers.
They don't have anything to give
because I don't think either team has enough trade assets to trade for Washington unless Washington is just like, oh, okay, and just wants to make some shit happen. But we'll pay close attention to that situation. What about before we move on? What about the Andre Drummond situation? Do you think he gets bought out by the Cavs?
I mean, that's a lot of money for a buyout.
Or was it 33? I think it's 33 million. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money for a buyout. But I mean, if he signs with Brooklyn and gives them a big man,
they might
who could just gobble up rebounds, take up space in there. They own to something now.
Yeah. If
even with that fool Kyrie out there on the court, they still own to something.
When they put this big three together, I said Lakers in 5. Mm-hmm. They get Andre Drummond.
Now what you saying? Lakers in 4?
6. I give the Nets another game. I give the Nets another game because Andre Drummond's that good. But you know what? Don't be surprised if he fools everybody and signs with the Lakers. Yeah, if we get Andre Drummond,
come on, bro. He's not gonna sign with the Lakers.
If he signs with the Lakers, gonna size my ring up now.
Well, yeah, you could.
Size my Bron, get on the phone, tell him, hey, look, I got all these business opportunities for you off the court. Can't nobody over in Brooklyn offer you what I can offer you. You want to play with Kyrie? You want to play with that head case?
It's just for 1 year.
But
it's for one season.
But also, man, Cleveland, like we mentioned earlier, has an abundance of big men. They have him, JaVale McGee, Jared Allen, which I think he's probably going to stay long term with the Cavs. They're going to do Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, and Jared Allen. So I think they'll build with those 3. And then they have Kevin Love, the forgotten soldier.
He's still playing.
He's there.
Huh.
He's there, which he's going to be hard to move because of his contract, his age, his injury prone. So he's going to be kind of hard to move, but they need to move him.
Yes, they need to move him bad. I mean, he's not even playing.
So I pay attention to the Cavs situation, the Brooklyn situation, and the Washington Wizards situation with Bradley Beal to see what goes on. But, Keezy, this upcoming week, man, what are some games that people need to pay attention to?
Let's see. We got the Jazz and the Nuggets. The number one team in the West and the number 4 team in the West.
Okay.
So let's see. The Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets play on Tuesday night.
Before you continue on with the games, does home court matter anymore?
Not
this
right
this
now.
season.
Not right
No.
now.
Okay.
There are no fans, so it doesn't really matter.
And that game you just said with Brooklyn and the Clippers is what made me think of that. It's like, damn, the home court, but at this point, does it matter?
There's no really home court advantage right now. So.
Who you like in that game?
I'm gonna go with Brooklyn.
They 8-2 right now.
Yeah, they on the road.
Yeah.
You was talking real bad about them last week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They on the road now, though. I don't hear you talking about them now. You still said Lakers in 5, but we'll see.
6. Let me get Brooklyn in that game too. Let me get Brooklyn.
Okay.
What was that first game?
The Jazz and the Nuggets. I'm gonna go with the Jazz. I can't bet against the
I'm
Jazz
going with the
right
Nuggets.
now.
I'm going with the Nuggets in that matchup. I'm going with the Nuggets.
Just go against me.
Yep, that's damn right.
You go against the hottest team in the league, huh?
They got to cool down eventually. They ain't going to win the rest of the season.
Well, they're not gonna win the rest of the season.
They got to lose at some
If
point.
I had to bet on one game at a time, I'm gonna take them in that game until they lose.
Yeah, so take them. You should be taking the Nuggets in this game.
Whatever.
Watch what Joker does.
You know who's after that though?
Who?
The Nuggets and the Lakers. Who you got in that one?
The Nuggets and the Lakers.
Uh-huh.
That's the Lakers.
Nuggets.
I'm
I'm gonna go with the Nuggets because they got the big man down low, and every big man been eating the Lakers.
You know what?
Back out this
That's a very
season.
compelling point. So you know what? Give me Nuggets too. Give me Nuggets too. Just because the Lakers need to keep losing to these teams with big men until Frank Vogel or can't forget the GM's name slipping my mind right now. Rob Pelinka.
He needs his damn respect, don't he?
Until they need to keep losing the teams with big men until Rob Pelinka realizes, you know what, we need to find a big man.
Get Andre Drummond.
Maybe we should go try to find a big man. So yes, give me Nuggets in that game too. You got one more game for me?
The Celtics and it's a big week for the Clippers.
Okay, so
They got a lot of they got some big games where they got the Celtics, they
Okay.
got the Nets. So and right now they're in the second spot out west. So you know.
First of all, they're tied in second with the Lakers.
No, they're not.
They're tied.
They have one less loss than the Lakers.
Let's not mislead the people.
They got the same number of wins. Clippers got less. They've taken less L's.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who you like in this Celtics Clippers match? Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I don't have any faith in the Boston Celtics anymore.
Damn. Anymore?
They've told
Window closed?
Yeah, it's a wrap for me. Jaylen Brown is like top 5 in the league in scoring, I believe, but I don't know where everybody else on the team.
They got Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, that's LeBron, homeboy. Got him all that money.
They got Tristan. Celtics Clippers. Man, let me get Clippers. No, you know what? No, F that. Let me get Celtics. Jason Tatum puts up a 30 ball.
If he puts up 30, then Jaylen Brown ain't gonna get his 27 point.
Yeah, I bet he does. He get close.
I bet he won't.
I bet he does.
Not if Jason Tatum taking all the shots.
It's gonna be efficient.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna be. Let me get Celtics in that matchup. Go ahead. What you got?
And then my favorite game this Saturday is gonna be the Brooklyn Nets and the 76ers.
Ooh,
the top 2 teams in the East.
Ooh, not. Ooh, okay. Yeah, like you mentioned. Shit. Damn. Brooklyn. Last week's show, they were in the 7th seed. They were 9-8 at that time, and like you just said, they catapulted themselves all the way up to the number 2 seed, which man, that's impressive. I give them kudos for that. He's
giving respect to other teams. I can't believe this.
Hey man, I try to be objective on this show, man.
Yeah, right.
I try to be objective. So who'd you say is Nets and
the 76ers?
76ers.
The two top MVP candidates, in my opinion, go up against each other.
Okay. First of all, damn your opinion.
Okay.
And then let me get. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna let you go, man. I gotta think about this.
If it comes down to coaching, then we're gonna go with Brooklyn because they got Steve Nash, and the Sixers got Doc Rivers, and he blows leads and stuff all the time in the series. You know what I'm saying? So
don't start your shit.
I'm just going off what you tell me.
Don't start your shit.
All I can do is just go off what you tell me.
Don't start your shit.
But if I had to pick, I would go with Brooklyn. I just can't bet against Brooklyn. I mean, I can't do it.
So now you team Brooklyn?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna bet against them.
Because before I don't know if it's gonna work. You got Kyrie, he's a head case.
Yeah, he is a head case. But I'm not gonna bet against him in one game. If it's a whole series,
you taking the 76ers?
That's different. But if it's a game, I'm just gonna go with Brooklyn just for that game. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get 76ers.
Okay.
Only for this reason. your potential MVP candidate.
Joel Embiid.
They have no answer for him.
They do not.
Of course, but the 76ers have no answer for KD. Well, hell, nobody has an answer for KD, so that is what it is. James Harden is playing, so let's play matchups. Okay, KD. Not that these guys will be guarding each other, but Joel Embiid and KD. Okay, they cancel each other out. So which matchups wins between James Harden and Ben Simmons? Who wins that matchup?
James Harden's gonna score more buckets. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and again, we're not saying these players are going to be guarding each other, but we're just going through, whose impact will be greater between these two players. So James Harden or Ben Simmons. Because you just said last week Ben Simmons had a triple-double, right?
He did.
Against the Lakers, yeah.
It was an ugly triple-double, but he got a triple-double.
Yeah, all of his triple-doubles are ugly because he can't shoot. But
I mean, I'm going to go with James Harden on that one.
Okay, because they potentially both can do the same thing, even though James scores better and more efficient. So, and then you have the third matchup, Tobias Harris and Kyrie. So who would have more impact between those two? Or is it a wash?
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Because Kyrie gonna shoot him out the game, so I'll go with Tobias Harris.
Okay. So it sounds like you got 76ers 2 out of 3 as far as impact. You got Joel Embiid, your MVP.
No, we said that was a wash.
Joel Embiid, I don't remember saying that. You got Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris, so that's 2 against 1. All you got them is James Harden in your favor.
Okay, but who else do the Nets have though?
We got Seth Curry, we got Danny Green, we got Dwight Howard.
No, I said the Nets.
Oh, the Nets. Oh, Joe Harris.
Joe Harris. Okay, and then who? Who's coming off the bench?
Joe Harris. He gonna start and come off the bench. Oh man, but nah. So that's what you come on over to the 76ers side. You just argued why 76ers should win this matchup.
I know, but offensively though, it's so hard for me to bet against Brooklyn.
That is true. Didn't they just score like 145 the other day?
Yeah, put up 140 something points. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of firepower.
Yeah,
that is a lot of firepower.
That was in regulation too, not overtime, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but Doc got something for him. So let me get 76ers in that matchup just because I feel like they're going to have a hard time with Joel Embiid down low. And Brooklyn and the Lakers are struggling with big men. Clippers are too. Damn. And I think about it, a lot of contenders are struggling with big men.
Yeah. And if you got a good big man on your roster right now, you got something going for yourself. So that's why the Philadelphia is in first place in the East, which I didn't see that coming. Because him and Ben Simmons have never just really been my favorite, but Joel Embiid looks like he's in really good shape this year. He hasn't gotten hurt yet. He's taken a few games off because of some back tightness or whatever, but he hasn't been hurt. So
I'm gonna go with the same thing you said about the Jazz. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see. Yeah,
still left up.
Yeah.
Still yet to be seen.
Yeah, we'll see.
I have no faith in them.
Nah,
I got as much faith in the Jazz as I have for Chris Paul.
And I have as much faith in Paul George as you have in Chris Paul.
Okay, well.
There it is. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to another week of our NBA Weekly Recap show. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure you share this amongst many of your friends and everything like that. Keys, you got something to say for the fine people before we get on up out of here?
Yes. Happy birthday to my mama.
Happy birthday to Keys' mom. Hey, we got mamas and birthdays.
She's 137 years old, I think. But
I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna cut this clip up.
I love you. I appreciate it. So happy birthday.
I'm cutting this clip up. Like I just said, me and Keezy, one thing we have in common is both of our mother's birthdays are in January. My mother's was 28th. His mother's birthday is today, so happy birthday to my mother and his mother as well. And on that note, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama, and we up out of this joint. Peace.
I got a basketball Jones. I got a basketball Jones, oh baby, ooh, ooh.